The Audi A4 is dead, but now we have the new A5 sedan, the S5 and S5 Avant. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where after 30 years at the forefront of Audi's small executive gas car lineup, the A4 is being discontinued. Now, the A5, previously the preserve of style forward coupes, is now Audi's gas sedan for the world's middle managers. Now, why the A4 is gone away? Well, it's not quite dead. Audi's even numbered cars will be electric, and its odd number cars will still use the squished up dinosaurs to get around. Now, the A5 comes with a fresh look, updated tech, and a pair of perky ICE engines that Audi hopes to keep drivers happy no matter their budget. The base model has a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that sends 268 horsepower to all four wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Variable turbine geometry for the turbocharger up the engine's efficiency, though fuel economy figures are to be determined. Now, if S is more your style, the S5 has a turbocharged 3-liter V6 sending 362 horsepower to all four wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch. And it's the first time Audi has used this transmission in an S5. Its Quattro all-wheel drive system is hooked up to a Quattro Sport differential with torque vectoring. Now, paired to those more potent engines, Audi says it's done extensive detail work. Here in the US, the A5 and S5 will be available in single sedan body style. Outside the US, there will be the Avant wagon version of each, but there are no plans for a coupe or convertible. Now, it's the first of many cars to use Audi's shiny new premium platform combustion architecture, which is set up for the front or all-wheel drive, as well as straight-up gas or hybrid powertrains. Now, the Audi A5 is bigger, though it's not quite as swooping as the old A5 Sportback. Up front, a wide grille is flanked by massive vents, and at the rear, the tailpipes are all real. Now, with the new exterior comes new exterior tech. In this case, LED daytime running lights illuminate the front end, while the second generation OLEDs light the rear. Now, dynamic lighting effects are available with up to 8 customizable options. In Europe, they are adjustable on the go, but the US regulations means you have to go make those lighting changes while stationary. Now, the same goes for the A5's rear end. The OLED panels can also be used as a communication light, letting other vehicles know via the medium of funky shapes about hazards ahead. But as always, it's not available here in the US. Now, inside, Audi has erected 4 key pillars to anchor the A5's new design. The first is the human-centric design, which translates roughly to people fit in here and can drive safely. There's something called the digital stage, made up of 2 MMI infotainment displays that fires vital information at both the driver and passenger. Third on the list is the material-driven design, a nod to the sense of space and comfort it offers. And finally, visual clarity, or the easy-to-use layout of the cabin. Now, thanks to a longer wheelbase, there is more space inside the A5, even with a raked rear profile. There's a decent headroom in the second row, and the US spec A5 and S5 models come standard with a tinted panoramic sunroof, and there's no solid roof available, while the higher trim packages have a dimmable electrochromatic roof that can be adjusted in 6 segments. That'll be an option on the lower trim. Now, the digital stage infotainment setup certainly looks impressive. Is made up of a freestanding slim OLED MMI display and uses an 11.9-inch virtual cockpit screen along with a 14.5-inch MMI touch display. An optional 10.9-inch display is available for passengers too. And on top of all that, there's a configurable head-up display that, for the first time, lets the driver control the vehicle and infotainment functions. It's the same architecture and tech you'll find in the Q6 e-tron and will almost certainly pop up in more places as the years go by. Now, as with any new car, the A5 and S5 have plenty of toys. The optional passenger screen lets the co-pilot fiddle with the navigation or watch and stream content while on the move. Now, don't worry, it does have a special coating so that the driver can't see the screen. And if you take the right box, you can have the Bang & Olufsen sound system that puts speakers in the headrest. And not only that, They are dual zone, so passengers can listen to music, watch films, or do whatever it is they want to do while the driver can take a call. Now, the A5 builds on the A4's legacy with upgraded features, impressive tech, and a slightly new name, where Audi's ICE efforts aren't slowing down for a while, which should calm people down who are convinced that they'll be forced into EVs against their will. Now, if you're keen, the A5 family will arrive here in the US in the spring and summer of 2025, where prices will kick off at $49,400 in Germany, though for the specs here in the US, the pricing, economy figures, options package, and trim details will be revealed soon. Now, also keep in mind, we have the S5 Avant with a fresh name that'll frankly take some time to get used to. Now, the pretty wagon has thankfully not been bitten by the downsizing bug. The S5 Avant still has a 3-liter V6 like its predecessor. Better yet, it packs a greater punch courtesy to a mild hybrid setup. The 4 rings have rated the engine at 362 horsepower, which is up by 13 horsepower compared to the old model. Torque isn't listed, but expect an improvement over the S4 Avant's 369 pound-feet of twist. Now, aside from receiving 48-volt tech, the 6-cylinder engine now works with the 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, replacing the 8-speed Tiptronic torque converter. The new gearbox can also handle more torque than before. Much like the defunct S4, its replacement comes with quattro all-wheel drive as standard. Audi Sport throws in a differential with torque vectoring for optimal grip and power delivery. Now, as with the A5 models, the performance derivative sits on what Audi calls the premium platform combustion, or PPC, for the architecture. Now, it's essentially an evolution of the Volkswagen Group's MLB architecture. The German luxury brand has stretched the car by 2.6 inches to 190.1 inches. For more legroom, the wheelbase has been elongated by 3.1 inches to 114.1 inches. Now, at least in Europe, the cars will have more standard equipment to reposition the vehicle in the upper mid-size segment. And while America isn't getting the wagon, the regular A5 and S5 is coming here, and it's officially labeled as the A5 and S5 sedan, but it's actually a more practical 5-door model with a tailgate, and it reflectively places the old A5 S5 Sportback, with the traditional sedan not being the only body style that is dead, considering that the A5, S5, and RS5 Coupe and convertible are gone from the lineup as well. So it's worth noting that Audi used to sell the S4 and S5 in Europe with a diesel V6 engine, but the new S5 will be gasoline only. So with that said, the new 5 lineup, A5, we have the S5, and the S5 Avant. What are you guys thinking about the new setup for Audi in the 2025 model year? Drop those comments down below. And if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, but subscribe to the channel if you guys want to help further support the channel. Also, check the links in the description and click the notification bell so you don't miss one video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.